All right, citizens of Minnesota, we're back. And it's time for us to take your Minnesota Wild into the year one offseason. Very disappointing. I wish the team could have performed better, maybe got to that Stanley Cup final. It was a good year, don't get me wrong, but just the way in which we got defeated. The Western Conference final against the Dallas freaking Stars. The Minnesota fans are hating Dallas, man, in real life and in this damn franchise. And the series was looking so good as well. After game number 1, we were up 1-0 in the series. After game number 3, we were up 2-1. We had the series lead twice. And then the wheels fell off the bus. We weren't able to keep the puck out of the net. 4 goals for Dallas there, 4 goals there, and 4 goals there. And we couldn't score goals. Jaromir Jagr had no answers. And then when you look at the Dallas Stars, their captain, Jamie Benn, he really took it upon himself to get some key points in some key situations. So, the combination of Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin was just too much for us to match. And our offense didn't keep up. And Devin Dubnyk didn't play like he did in the earlier series. So, it is what it is, boys. It was a good season. The Dallas Stars had the better regular season record. So, when you think about it, the history of the Minnesota Wild, I don't think they've ever gotten this far. Well, how many wins do we have? 10 wins in the postseason. I think that's the most in franchise history for the Wild, not counting the North Stars. I don't know their history. But, so for the Wild fans to see their team get the furthest they've ever seen them, that's a good year. And it's important that we build on that. And that's why the draft here, I don't know exactly what I want to do. I want to see, first of all, is Jaromir Jagr going to be retiring? I know he didn't do anything for us, but he's got 1 year left, so I can't trade him. If he retires, I just lose an asset. I'd love it if he came back. And then, as well, the draft, do we move up or not? Questions need to be answered. But before we get there, the playoffs have ended, and the Stanley Cup champions are the Dallas Stars. So, we can take there's silver lining in this. There's some positivity. We lost to the best team in the NHL. We lost to the Stanley Cup contender. So, maybe we were just as good as the Eastern Conference champions. We just went up against a tough Dallas Stars team. So, it looks like the Jason Pominville trade worked out great for the Dallas Stars. Goligoski's still fine for us. And like I said, when I traded for him, I believe he was 30. So we got another 2-3 years with Goligoski on the team if we need him. So I'm still happy with that. Okay, so prospects game. No, I don't want to play that. Retirements. Let's see this. Top 5 picks, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't even have Austin Matthews in there. Okay. So let's take a look at the retirements. Kevin Biesca, Alex Tanguay, Chara, Gianta. I'm just going to go down here. Minnesota, Jaromir Jagr, so he's gone, boys. He realized that he wasn't able to produce anything in the playoffs, so he retires. That one sucks. I would have preferred Jaromir Jagr to stay. That way I could have signed him and traded Thomas Vanek. We're going to have to reassess our situation right here. What's his name? Fiddler, Hanzus, Jokinen, all the older players that I signed. So we're not going to have any, cap problems, don't worry. Joe Thornton from San Jose is gone, my God. Jerome Aginla on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Stefan Robidas. Goaltenders, no goalies retired this year. All right, so we do not have Jaromir Jagr. That one hurts, boys. I'm not going to lie, that one hurts. So, let's go to stats. Let's go to the awards. I think I saw Tyler Seguin won the Conn Smythe. So, Stanley Cup, the Dallas Stars. President's Trophy, the Dallas Stars. What a year they had. Clarence S. Campbell, the Dallas Stars. It was Dallas versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia once again loses in the Stanley Cup final. Art Ross goes to So, my God. I think Tyler Seguin just had the year of a lifetime. I think he won the Art Ross. We know he won the Presidents. We know he won the Stanley Cup, the Art Ross, the Maurice Richard. He won the Conn Smythe. He probably won the Hart. There's 6 major trophies I count right there. So the Art Ross, Hart Memorial, Tyler Seguin, so the MVP. James Norris goes to Drew Doughty. Lady Byng, Tyler Seguin, so he wins the Lady Byng as well. So that's 7. Calder Memorial goes to Connor McDavid. Conn Smythe. Oh, the Conn Smythe went to Antti Niemi. I thought I said that the Conn Smythe went to Seguin. So the Conn Smythe goes to Niemi. So Seguin didn't win the Conn Smythe, so he's back down to 6. Vezina Pecorine, William M. Jennings, Antti Niemi, and Kari Lettinen, Bill Masterton, Nicholas Grossman, Frank J. Selke, Ryan Getzlaff, Ted Lindsay, Tyler Seguin, so he gets the Ted Lindsay, Maurice Richard, Tyler Seguin. So Tyler Seguin had including the team championship, Stanley Cup, and the Presidents and the Western Conference. Guy had 6 or 7 trophies this year. Jesus. Dallas is the new superpower in the West. So that's a team that we have to worry about, and we're going to have to worry about for the entire time because they're younger than we are, correct? Damn. Okay. So that's good. I didn't check out the player stats for our playoff run after the loss to Dallas, did I? So we'll just quickly do that in this video before we go ahead. I want to get a sense of who we have and who I can have for next year. So Parise, Niederreiter, Koivu, Zucker, Vanek, Fontaine. See, without Yager, we don't really have the greatest top 6 anymore. And I was thinking about trading away Thomas Vanek if I could move him. We'll have to see here. Charlie Coyle, Granlund and Coyle didn't have a single goal in those playoffs. That's rough. Let me check out points. So Parise had 18 points in 15 games. The good news is that Zach Parise is a beast and he came through for us. Niederreiter, 86 overall point per game in the playoffs. Maybe he jumps. We need a sniper to get to like 88 overall to play alongside of Parise, and soon, within the next year or two. Mikko Koivu, 10 points. Eric Haula, Thomas Vanek, Charlie Coyle. So when I look at our forward core, I need 6 guys in the top 6 next year. 1, 2, 3. If I could trade away Vanek, Coyle, Granlund, and then Eric Howell, it's actually not horrible. I could find a sniper. Yeah, you know what? I think I want to trade away Thomas Vanek, get some draft picks. Draft picks who can be used at the trade deadline if I need to bring somebody else in. And then defenseman Ryan Suter with 11 points. Goligoski, whatever his damn name is, 10 points. Spurgeon, 6. Brodin, 4. Another thing about next year, I'm hoping that guys like Spurgeon, Brodin, and Dumba grow. Okay, and goaltenders, Devin Dubnyk, 2.13 goals against, 10, 5, and 0, and a save percentage of 92.99. He had a great first 2 series. It was fantastic. I think he was 8-1 in the first 2 series, right? So it was the third round that brought his numbers. They're still fantastic, but they were even better. Okay, so that's all taken care of. Now, let's take a look at the scouting report and what we have, what our potential draft position is, and what we might be able to get. I don't know if I want to move up or if I want to trade. If I trade away Vanek, do I move Vanek in a second to get a first, or do I move Vanek and get 2 seconds and a third from a contending team? We get something crazy like that, you know? I don't know. So Jacob Chichurin, saying him going number 1, Jake Bean number 2, Austin Matthews number 3. If Austin Matthews drops to number 3, my God. Max Jones, Sean Day, all right. A lot of goalies looks like going in the, 2 goalies going in the top 5 this year. Mario Kalina, Cameron Zanussi. All right, and Sami Valaharju. Okay, so we're probably not going to get our hands on any of those guys. First and second round, Helvig, 19. Konstantin Kessler. I would get that guy just for his name. And that guy's a late first rounder. We do need a goalie of the future. I don't know if we'll be able to get anyone. Let's see. Late first round, second round. So Alexander Nylander, he's going, it looks like mid to late first round. Same thing with Patrick Laney, I think that's his name, mid to late first round. However, he could just get drafted in the top. Same thing with Matthew Tkachuk and Jesse Pulharvey. All these guys down here, they didn't make it into the top 10. I thought I edited their stats enough. Oh, well. Green, anyone down here, and then Carlson. Okay. It'd be nice if I get my hands on one of these 4 guys. Tkachuk, Laney, Pulharvey, or Alexander Nylander. So we'll see what happens, okay? Yeah, so let's just go into the draft. Oh, one more thing. Let me just get a mental image for myself and for you guys of our team for next year so I know who I can trade away, who I can't. So Dubnyk will be our starting goaltender for next year. Kemper can be our backup. Defenseman, Suter, Goligoski, Spurgeon, Scandella, Brodin, and Dumbo. We're fine for our defensive core. Don't need to bring in anyone. Don't need to trade anyone. Might have Mike Riley here as an offensive defenseman. He might be trade bait. If I want to use everyone else. All right, so Riley might be trade bait. And then forwards, let me just see here. I need 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Vanek would be the 6, but I can replace him or bring up Eric Haula. So, yeah, Vanek is going to go, boys. I'm going to trade Vanek. Then Zucker, Haula, third line, Fontaine. Yeah, we could use... We trade away Vanek. We're going to lose we're going to have a weak forward core next year. I'm going to have to really sign somebody in free agency, but we don't have the cap. We might have a weak forward core if I trade away Vanek. I could always make a trade for somebody in the low 80s just to, I don't know what to do. All right, well, let's begin the NHL entry draft. Let's see what my options are. All right, so we are drafting at 28th. Very nice. Yeah, I guess so, because we were in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, so Patrick Laney, Alexander Nylander, all those guys, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, good news is that we have 2 phones here. So the first thing I want to do is the Thomas Vanek deal, all right? I want to just see what I can get for him. Mikko Koivu's going nowhere. Vanek, though, 6.25 at 84 overall. I don't know if a team will want to take on that salary. Can I go to my trading block from here? Let me just put him up there just in case. Mini, yeah. Players on the block. Let me just put Thomas Vanek in there. Because some teams will not want that salary, but if you put it on your trading block and the teams come at you, then they'll accept it. Surplus wants. I want anything. Just give me a bunch of draft picks for that. There you go. And I'll take any forward. I'll take any defenseman. I'll take any goaltender if you need to move salary around. All right, there you go. I just want Thomas Vanek gone. All right, very good. Yep, I will commit to those changes. Yes, I will. All right, now Thomas Vanek. Let's see if we can move him quickly. I don't think we're moving up in the draft here, boys. The reason I don't want to move up for a first is because the assets that I have, I'd rather acquire second and thirds. We have 2 fourths, 2 fifths, 2 sixths, 2 sevenths. So we'll bring in some depth. Year 1 draft is nice, but I want seconds and thirds. All right, so let's look for some of those. So Thomas Vanek. All right, let's find a team that wants him. The Los Angeles Kings, but the salary cap situation is a problem. Let's see if we can find a team that will accept it with the salary cap. Boston, no. Anaheim, almost, but that could come back to bite me in the ass. Washington, that could work. Tampa Bay, no. Oh, there's a bunch of teams here. San Jose, Pittsburgh. All these teams. Oh, here we go. Ottawa. Perfect team to trade Thomas Vanek to. The Ottawa Senators, they have the salary cap. They probably had a player or two retire, so they're going to have roster space, and it's an Eastern Conference team. Let me just go through the rest of them. Let me just... Nashville and Ottawa. Nashville's in our conference, though. Okay, let me try Ottawa. Let's see what kind of draft picks, if they want to give them up. Please give up a draft pick. Yes! Ooh, and they have a second and a third. That's big. All right. So, let's see. Do you think I can get a... Could get a first, the 27th, but I'd rather get a few here. Yeah. So Thomas Vanek for a second and a third from Ottawa. What else do they have on their team? Are they willing to give up this Chabot guy, 3.5-star defenseman, 2-way? Nah, I don't need him. I want to try to maximize my value here. Do they want anyone else on my team that I'd be willing to give up? What about that Riley guy? I can make a big deal here. How much is his value? Should I hold on to Riley? See, the thing is, Riley, you got a wicked chance to trade away Mike Riley right now, because next year his contract is up. You got to sign him. His trade value, I mean, the guy got 15 goals down there in the AHL. Left-handed offensive defenseman, could be someone good in the future. And if I need offense, thing is, I have Suter, I have Dumba, Goligoski, Brodin, Spurgeon, and Scandella. I don't want to move any of those guys. Riley, Berman. And I have Berman, who's an offensive defenseman, who's coming up underneath him. Ooh, Riley, that's a tough one. Okay, let me add him to the deal just right now. Let me see. Niederreiter, no. Vanek, Zucker, no. I'm holding on to Zucker. I can't trade away. Eriksson Ek as a forward, no. Holding on to him, no. All right, so get him in there. Riley and Vanek. And I might be able to get the first, second, and a third. You know what? No. I'm going to hold on to Riley, boys. I don't know. He could be something useful. All right, he could be something useful. So, second and a third for Thomas Vanek. I'll try to add in a fourth in there as well. I'm not worried about not getting the trade through because there's no first rounders in there. So Thomas Vanek for a second, a third, and a fourth from the Ottawa Senators, who are in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, so it makes sense. Will it go through? Okay, so see, there it is. Ultimately, however, considering the need this offer would address, we don't think it would make sense to take on the salary of Thomas Vanek. All right, so I can make that work. Let me just wait one more round, all right? So I'm going to skip this round. Austin Matthews to the Winnipeg Jets. Austin Matthews. The Arizona Coyotes get Kalina, the goaltender. Jacob Chichurin to the Carolina Hurricanes. Man, they got Noah Hannafin, Justin Falk, Jacob Chichurin now. Oh, my God. Patrick Laney to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nylander to the Vancouver Canucks. Tkachuk, where's Tkachuk? Did he get drafted? Tkachuk to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the Leafs get Tkachuk and Laney, a lefty and a righty. Pull Harvey to the Boston Bruins. Kessler, that German goaltender, the Florida Panthers, and the Minnesota Wild are on the clock with pick number 28. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, man, Laney as a right wing and Tkachuk as a left wing. Fan-freaking-tastic. And Austin Matthews, we're going to be seeing him in the Western Conference. Great. All right, so the Minnesota Wild with the 28th overall pick on the clock. Now, let's see what's available. Carlson, okay. No names that really pop out at me that I know for a fact get good. Now, that goaltender, if we had that late pick, Helvig. Jeremy Helvig, 6'3", 19 years of age, OHL goaltender. Now, if he's a 4-star goalie, that's not a bad idea, but will these guys get pissed if I don't take a... See, Jordan Sambrook, I think he gets pretty good as a right-handed two-way defender. Sniper, you know what, boys? You know what? Oh, this guy is 17 years of age, though. Fel Haber, center playmaker. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on a goaltender here. I want to get a goalie in the system. I missed out on all those other players, and I can get the depth with the second and thirds from the Thomas Vanek deal. So Jeremy Helvig, I'm gonna take a chance on this. 19 years of age, 6'3", from the OHL Kingston Frontenacs. Jeremy Helvig, drafted to the Minnesota Wild. I went for a goalie, boys. All right, so we'll have to see if that Fellhalber guy is any good. Maybe I should have drafted him. So now let's see if any team approaches me. Nope, no team. So the Thomas Vanek deal may be rough. But what I can do here is go back to Ottawa and I can take some salary off. All right, because by next year, I just lose him anyways, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll take a second, third, and a fourth because they were going to accept that. All right, age... There you go, Thomas Vanek. Get your ass in there. Now, Vanek is a second liner. Let me go down $1 million, and then I'll go down. Let me go down 1.3. So he's a $5 million player, $5 million second liner with 1 year left. Come on now, Ottawa. That's a pretty good deal. All right, so Thomas Vanek for a second, third, and a fourth. Will it go through? There it is. I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Ottawa Senators, and we consider it a done deal. So, boys, there's the minor rebuild that I had to go through. And you know what I was thinking? We could even use Mike O'Reilly, or Riley, whatever his damn name is. We could use him as a forward. If his offensive categories are that good, and he can just replace Thomas Vanek right there. So let me just see. Anybody else older on this team? Iku Koivu. No, that's about it. All right, boys. So a little bit of a rebuild type of trade, but I still hope that we can come back strong for next year. So let's see what I can draft now with that second and the third. All right, so Fel Haber went to the Arizona Coyotes. I'll have to take a look at him. All right, so the end of the second round, 27th pick. Let's see. Was there another goaltender I could have got? Alex Bishop. Oh, 6'5". Alex Bishop. Probably could have got him as well. Oh, well. All right, so skaters, what do we need on this team? First of all, is there any potential guys out there that is magically all the way up? Come on. Ooh, Oli Uholevy, third rounder, looking like it's, I don't know how late in the third round. Should I pick him up in the second? No, you know what? I'm not going to pick him up in the second round. There was a name that popped out to me that I've seen gets pretty good. Not Asplin, where is he? Kreisky, there he is. Yeah, Jake Kreisky, 18 years of age, WHL from Kamloops, center. Grab him. Center playmaker, all right? So, Jake Kreisky. So, a goaltender drafted, and now a center. Now, if we can get that finished defenseman, maybe he lasts. What was his name? Started with like a J or something? We'll see if we can grab him, all right? So, no more trades are happening, boys. Let's just go with it. Let's see. I'll just skip ahead. Do you recognize the name anywhere? I don't think they took him. I don't think they took that name. I might be able to snag that guy up. Ooh, he's right there for me. Kopaka, power forward from the OHL. Now, you know what? I'll take this guy. Joe Levy from London, Ontario. Grab this guy, all right? So, a goaltender, a center, and a defenseman. That's our drafting so far. Very good. So, there's the Thomas Vanek deal. So, you guys, after this draft, you can take a look at what we got from the second and third round picks. Cryu and oh shit, what was that guy I just drafted? All these damn names. The second and third round pick. You compare them to Thomas Vanek and see if it was a good deal or not after this draft, all right? And then I got 3 draft picks basically in a row here. Let's go. Fourth round. Let's see. Just give me a bunch of... Oh, you know what? That name as well pops out at me. Mikhail Sergachev. OHL, two-way defender, left-handed, 17 from Russia, 5th round. You know what? I'm going to grab this guy. Why not? That name pops out to me for some reason as a defenseman. I'm going to grab him, boys. So I got a right-handed defenseman, a left-handed defenseman. Let me grab, 18 years of age. I'll grab this guy, OHL. All right, so another center. Now, I could use a winger of some sort, a left wing or a right wing. Is there anybody who's like 18 left wing? Oh, here we go. No, he's a center. Sniper, Miro Manov. You know what? Let's go for some Russians. Miro Manov, 5th round. We'll grab him. All right, boys. Oh, we're still in the 4th round. Jesus, I got a lot of good depth picks here. I'm going to keep on grabbing these players, boys. A lot of them will be 3.5, maybe even a 4-star player, and I can use them for trades later on if they don't grow. Let me get a left-wing sniper now, Nick Anderson. All right. And this one, I think I'll just do some power of video editing after this. You guys don't need to see the rest of them. Bauer, right-wing playmaker, 18 years of age. Yeah, I'll take that. Very nice. You know what? Screw it. Now we won't do power of video editing. You guys will have the stories of these draft picks. Maybe I'll find a stud here. Who knows? I have seen it happen in this game now with NHL Legacy. You know what? Another sniper, 8-win. Yeah, you know what? Let me get these snipers, 18 years of age. All they need is a good shot, and they can have like a 25, 30 goal season. Defenseman. Yeah, we'll get another defenseman. Super sweet, 17 years of age. Oh, hang on. Dadonov. Vladimir Dadonov, left wing, 2-way forward. Gotta grab him. There it is, boys. All right, there's round 6. Round 7. We're drafting deep here. Bringing in plenty of prospects for this team. Gonna have plenty of trading assets. Gauthier, Sherman, left wing power forward, 18 years of age. I'll take that. Very nice. And down, the last pick of our draft, boys. All the way back here. Let's make some kid's dream. Doesn't think that they're going to get drafted. Let me see. You know what? Another power forward from the OHL. Matt Luff. There you go. Undrafted. You've been drafted, kid. So there is the NHL entry draft. So if you guys want to go nuts in the comment section or on the website, I'm going to get back into the fan comments now that the playoffs are over. If you want me to take a look at any specific players from the draft or any teams now, just go nuts. There's a lot that's going to come up. Say, look at Matthews. Look at this. I'll do all that stuff. I'll take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs for Laney and Tkachuk. I'll take a look at Austin Matthews for the Winnipeg Jets. Fellhalber from the Arizona Coyotes because I decided to go after that goaltender. So let's do that one first, all right? My goalie in the first round. Let's see. Helvig. All right, I'll take that. 19 years of age, but he's already 60 overall with 4 gold star. May not become anything, but also may grow. I've seen goaltenders with 4 gold star become mid-80s, high 80s. And this guy's got the base to grow, so I'll take it, all right? And now we have a goaltender in the system. All right, now let's go over to the Arizona Coyotes. If it's 3.5 green or something like that, I will be pissed. All right, let's see. Fellhalber. Whew, thank God it's not up there. Fellhalber, 17, 57 overall. You know what? That's a really good player because he's 17. I mean, 3 years, he'll be 20. So you got 3 years to grow just to 20 from 57. Yeah, this guy will be a good little player. But still, I'm happy with my picks. Next, we'll go to the Winnipeg Jets. Here you go, Winnipeg. I'm sure you guys would love to see this. Center playmaker, 83 overall, 4.5 green star potential, Austin Matthews, a member of the Winnipeg Jets. There you go. And the Toronto Maple Leafs had a great draft. The high draft picks fell. Matthew Tkachuk and Patrick Laney. I don't know how these guys didn't get drafted in the top 5. I edited them to make them get drafted in the top 5. Tkachuk, 74 overall with 4.5 gold star potential. And Laney, 77 overall with 4.5 gold star potential. The Leafs are going to be an offensive threat in five or so years, man. Jesus. All right, so I will... Let me do some power of video editing. I'll get everyone signed. You know what? We won't do that just yet. Oh, shit! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, baby, fuck yeah! I might have drafted a few Datsuks here, boys. So look at this. That Nhl Levy guy, Sergachev. I knew that Sergachev. That was 1. But Kreisky and freaking Yo Levy, 4.5 red star potential. So the Vanek trade, that got me Kreisky and Yo Levy, correct? You guys think that was a good deal now? It worked out. The only thing is, those aren't trading assets because they have the red star potential. I need to do my best to grow those guys, all right? So, oh, yes, that's so sweet. So let me do some power of video editing. I'll get all these guys signed, and then we'll take a look at free agency. Be right back. All right, so we got everyone re-signed. We have over $10 million of cap space. Thank you, bye-bye Thomas Vanek. And that will allow us to sign players in free agency to fill the holes that we have on this team. But one thing that this team now has is prospects in the pools in every position. Look at this. All right, so goaltenders. We got Doobie in the net, 30 years of age. Like I said, My team is 33, 34. We don't have to worry about these guys. The time to win is right now. Doobie had a good playoff run, except for the last 3 games, so he's fine. Darcy Kemper is the backup, but now we have Helvig down there. It's not the answer, but it's one piece in the puzzle. I'll acquire another goaltender next year maybe, and we'll see what happens. Defenseman. All right, so we got Suter. We got Goligoski, Spurgeon, Scandella, Brodeen, Dumba, and now I decided not to trade Mike Riley, which I'm very happy I didn't. If I need to use him offensively, if I need to have a depth as on defense, if I want to trade one of these other guys, we can, all right? So there's some options defensively, but now look at our prospect pool as well. We got Gustav Berman, the offensive defenseman for Red Star, but we also have Oli Ulevi, what's his damn name? I don't know, 18 years of age at 61, and Mikhail Sergachev, 18 years of age at 60, both 4.5 Red Star. So if I can train these guys the right way, man, you got a right-handed defenseman, a left-handed defenseman, maybe 2 top 2 defensemen in our roster right now. So that's great. We are looking good defensively with Riley and those 2 other guys and Borman. Right wingers. Oh, my nose is starting to get a little clogged. Nino Niederreiter, 86. All right, that's basically, I got Justin Fontaine back as well for some depth, but on a good deal. But now look at the prospects that we have. Daniel Miromanov, the sniper, 3.5, not bad. Luff was only 3 green, that's okay though. Skoleski, 3.5, and Bauer, 3.5. So again, you're just getting some, if anything, some trading assets. Left wingers, Sherman, 83, but then I got, Zucker, 83, but I drafted Sherman. Dadanov, there he is, boys. He's at 65 at 19. Could use him. And Nick Anderson. So more players that we can use as trade bait, or if we give them enough time, maybe they grow for us. Maybe they do. And then back to the center core, everyone that you already know, and we have Brandon Sagan and Jake Kreisky, another 4.5 Red Star. So we drafted maybe some Pavel Datsyuks in this now, boys. Fantastic. So you know the lineups. I think our defensive core is pretty much set. Darcy Kemper as our backup goaltender didn't have the greatest stats last year, so if there's a better backup, maybe we can make a trade for that, or not a trade, a free agent signing, and then trade away Kemper. We could do that. Sign him to a 1-year deal, so I don't care about trading him after signing him. But forwards. Depth forwards. Injuries are going to happen on the defensive core. We have enough guys. Injury happens to a Parise or a Coyle or a Granlund, we're in trouble. So we need depth. We need to fill up the third line and maybe even get, here we go. Here we go. We got we got a good free agency. And boys, we're the type of team that I don't feel bad signing one of these veterans. The reason is because we just went to the Western Conference Finals. To a guy like Ladd or Yandel, we're a team that may be on the brink of winning a Stanley Cup. Andrew Ladd may be perfect. Although he does take a lot of penalty minutes. 88 penalty minutes. 20 goals, 53 points. Yeah, see, because he was on the Chicago Blackhawks, they can't afford to sign him. Keith Yandel, Captain Keith, is out there. I could re-sign him. Offensive defenseman, but like I said, we already have the defensive core. Chimera, Demers, Darren Helm. Yeah, see, I'm looking at guys like this, like Darren Helm, Santorelli. Get some depth players that are in their 80s still that can come up and play. All right, so there's definitely plenty of depth. Andrew Ladd, boys, we have to think about that. Andrew Ladd. I might just want to go for Darren Helm and like a bunch of other guys, but we'll see what you guys have to say. And then goaltenders, Jonas Hiller as a backup, or we could just go with Darcy Kemper. All right, so anything and everything, boys. Go nuts in the comments section for YouTube, the website as well. We're going to be getting back into the fan comments, like I said, now that and I'll be signing plenty of those prospects as well. Now that the playoffs are over, I want to get back into the interactive side of the GM mode, because in year number 2, even though we traded away Vanek, I still want to come back and be stronger and better than in year number 1. If we can accomplish that, then the team is going to be very healthy, because not only are we producing during the regular season, but we're rebuilding as we're doing it. No one can deny that Vanek trade, it may not be the greatest, but look at what I got. 2 4.5 Red Star potential players, and I don't know what that 4th pick got me. So I'm happy. What do you guys have to say? Let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.